Just 2 days after finding out he had cancer. The band's manager told Sky News the 70-year-old was the last true rock star left. Sky's Lucy Cotter has been looking back at his life.
The unmistakable sound of Motörhead and frontman Lemmy. He was the godfather of heavy metal, a pioneering force who embodied the rock and roll lifestyle, but who remained self-effacing to the last.
What's it feel like to be called heroes?
Funny. You know, because I have to shape this idiot every day. I know what's going on, you know. But people need heroes, I suppose, and if they're going to have one, might as well be me.
Diagnosed with cancer on Boxing Day, he died just 2 days later. No one knew he was ill, and only 2 weeks beforehand he'd been playing to crowds at packed-out concerts.
To me, he's up there with one of his idols, Elvis. You know, Lemmy has left the building. It's that simple. Actually, one of the most kindest men I've ever met. I mean, the proof would be go ask his fans. He never denied somebody an autograph. He's somebody who bought the fans drinks instead of them buying him drinks. This is one of the last true rock stars. I think his legacy will last forever.
Ian Lemmy Kilmister first found fame with psychedelic rockers Hawkwind in the early 70s. He was thrown out after being arrested in Canada for possession of drugs, and soon after he started Motörhead.
Here is the godfather of heavy metal, the one and only Lemmy Kilmister!
Lemmy was an icon even among his peers. Revered as a rock innovator, friends have been paying tribute, including Ozzy Osbourne, who said, "Lost one of my best friends, Lemmy, today. He will be sadly missed. He was a warrior and a legend. I will see you on the other side."
Lemmy was born here in Stoke-on-Trent, and people here have always claimed him as one of their own, seeing him as a local hero who became a global star.
The Motörhead frontman became one of the most recognisable rockers in the business, and was known not just for his music, but for his love of the lifestyle that went with it.
We think of him as some kind of like rock god. You know what I mean? How he actually lived his life and how he actually played as well.
He invented rock and roll as far as I'm concerned, and I thought he'd go on forever.
On receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award, Lemmy had this to say about his life.
It means I did it right, you know. That's about as much as I can say. That's the biggest thing you can get, that you did it right.
Motörhead have now urged their fans to play Lemmy's music loud and to have a drink or few, saying celebrate the life this lovely, wonderful man celebrated so vibrantly himself. He would want exactly that.
Band Motörhead, who's died of cancer at the age of 70. He formed Motörhead back in 1975 and recorded 22 albums, including the classic Ace of Spades. Our correspondent Lizo Mazimba looks back at his career.
Fast, raucous, loud, that was Motörhead. Their bassist and singer Lemmy, every inch the grizzled rock frontman. All very different to one of his first bands, 60s group, the Rocking Vickers. He went on to join Hawkwind, supplying the vocals for their biggest hit.
They didn't want me to sing it. They tried everybody else singing it except me, because I was a new guy, you know. And then they had to ask me to try it because nobody else could do it. Nobody else could hit the high notes.
Ejected from Hawkwind, he formed Motörhead. Decades later, the lineup may have changed, but Lemmy remained at the helm throughout, still playing to thousands as recently as this year's Glastonbury. They may not have been to everyone's taste, but they're regarded as a key British band.
It certainly wasn't just noise. Lemmy really did, he was an originator. Like the style that he played his bass guitar was very kind of unique. You know, it was fast and it was ugly and it was distorted. And that kind of characterised Motörhead's sound, but it also went on to influence so many different other kind of types of music in the years beyond that as well.
For decades he embraced all aspects of rock excess, perhaps mellowing though in later years as he approached the role of rock elder statesman.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. You try me love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Fellow musicians have been paying tribute. Ozzy Osbourne described him as a warrior and legend. Metallica said Lemmy was one of the primary reasons they existed. And Alice Cooper said he was one of a kind, innovative, true to his art, and an icon. Fans across the globe will also miss a man who was undoubtedly one of rock's great characters.
Tributes to Lemmy of Motörhead, who's died at the age